Welcome back to Good Morning Vale. Dale Versteegen has joined me. He's here to represent Walking Mountains. And if that sounds new to you, it's because it's true. It's a new name for the Gore Range Natural Science School. Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing just great. I'm trying to get up to speed here. It's Gore Range Natural Science School is embedded in my brain.
Yep.
Walking Mountains is a new name.
Yeah, a lot of the community is sitting there and still adjusting to the new name, but as many of you may have seen already, we have got not only a new name, but we are building our new campus. So on July 8th, we broke ground.
Yes.
And so if you go over to the Buck Creek area, over near Nottingham Road, you can look at the campus, and it's actually starting to go vertical.
How very exciting.
Yeah.
And you were telling me a story that Walking Mountains was one of the original names, actually, so you're kind of going back to the founding.
Going back to our roots and trying to highlight that our programs are really trying to get people out and into the environment and develop that connection.
You
which
have
is why
great
I'm here
programs.
today.
Yes, let's talk about them. Wildflowers. They're
So,
blooming.
They
They're
are
gorgeous.
They're everywhere, and there's all different species coming up. And the reason why I'm here today is not only to talk about the wildflowers, because they are the showpiece that we all love to go out and look at, but also the pollinators are important. And so I'm going to introduce the pollinators a little bit today.
Okay.
And to do that, I've brought a few photos of some of the flowers and the pollinators that go with them.
Okay.
So this is our red Indian paintbrush.
I love this.
If you really want to see this today, you can come up and join me at 11 at the Nature Discovery Center for a free guided hike for 1 hour.
Terrific.
And we have plenty of these out, so we
That's
can actually
at the
go
top
up.
of the gondola, right?
Yeah, at the top of the Vale. Also on today at 11:30 at the Vale Nature Center down near the Betty Ford Alpine Garden, we have a wildflower walk going on as well. So you can join us in 2 locations today to actually see these.
These are spectacular.
But it's really interesting because there's a lot of scientists that look at the Indian paintbrush and say that it's actually evolved in partnership with the broad-tailed hummingbird.
Really?
And so the broad-tailed hummingbird doesn't have a very great sense of smell, but it responds to color. And you've probably noticed that all of the hummingbird feeders have got red on them, they've got nice little long tubes on them, and they're full of nectar.
Okay.
And the Indian paintbrush is in that similar format.
Very interesting. Okay.
Then we can move along, and we have the Colorado thistle.
Yes, I don't like these in my garden much, but
But they're there, and they serve their
it's nice
purpose.
to see them hiking.
And they're a very large flower that's got a flat area. Now, the interesting thing is it's the yellow swallowtail butterfly that actually that pollinates this flower. And an interesting fact about the butterfly is that its taste buds are actually in its feet.
Really?
So it's flying along and landing on flowers, and it's tasting them when it lands and determining if there's enough sugar and nectar in them before it releases its proboscis to go down and take anything from it.
Very cool. Okay.
Then our penstemon, really great flower.
So pretty.
It's got a very large landing pad. And so you've got the 3 petals down the bottom here with a large landing pad, nice deep area for a beetle or for a bug to get into. And what we're looking at here is our bee. So it's getting in there and pollinating. Now this is very important to have these animals moving from flower to flower because there are male and female parts, but they need to be transferred so that we have genetic diversity. So these insects are flying around, or birds are flying around, and making sure that we're moving genetic material from one plant species to another one in that same plant species and moving around. So we have variety, which really helps with the health of the area.
How wonderful. I love the fact that you have these free guided tours available so that people can find out this information.
Yeah. So we've got guided hikes running every day up at the Nature Discovery Center at the top of the mountain at 11 and 2.
Okay.
Designed for families, so come along. We try and vary the theme every week. So if you've already been once, come again and you'll probably learn something new. Down at the Vale Nature Center near the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens.
Love visiting there.
Yeah.
Very
On
nice.
Monday and Wednesday we have a wildflower walk. Tuesdays, Thursday there's a birding walk. And then every evening there's some different program on for families.
Oh, it's so fun to learn this information, take this information back with you, and especially to take the kids out and learn this information at a young age. I thank you so much for coming in. We're just touching on some of the programs that are available, so we want to encourage you to go to the website if you'd like to get further information on Walking Mountains. WalkingMountains.org can give you more information on other programs and camps that are available for all ages. 827-9725. And Dale, thanks so much. We'll be back in just a moment.